Hey sports bettors, my name's Joey. I'm one of the co-founders of Selene, and today we'll be walking through how to use Selene's value feed. If you're a positive EV bettor, a lot of this will look familiar to you, but if this is your first time betting, don't worry. Selene was made to be super easy to use, so even if you're brand new, it won't be a problem for you, and we'll go through every detail together. So, what is the value feed? Simply put, the value feed is a ranked list of bets where you have a mathematical edge over the sportsbook. That means the sportsbook is offering to pay you out more than they should be if you win. This is a concept that we call positive EV or positive expected value betting. And the value feed is your real time stream of these opportunities, kind of like a Twitter or an Instagram feed, but for profitable bets. So, how does Selene actually find these profitable bets? It starts by calculating the fair value of every bet. That means what the true odds of the outcome actually are. To do that, Selene pulls odds from a set of sharp sports books, which differs depending on what you're betting on. But these sharp sports books are books known for being really good at setting accurate lines on that type of bet. So their odds serve as a reliable benchmark for what a bet is really worth. Once Selene has that benchmark, it scans all sports books and measures how far their odds deviate from it. The bigger the gap, the more profitable the bet is. The value feed then displays all the possible positive EV bets that it finds, sorted from most profitable to least. So the best opportunities are always front and center. All right, now that we understand what the value feed does, let's go over how to use and read it. So right at the top, you'll see a row of filters. Here you can filter for things like your favorite sports, what leagues you want to look at, and also what sports books you want to bet on. To the right, there's some more advanced filters, like you can set a minimum EV or edge percentage. You can also set your odds range, and then also you can look at what dates you want to be looking at for your bets. I actually like to see all the bets available at any point in time, so I usually don't filter too much. It gives me more flexibility to pick my spots and decide when I want to be a little bit more aggressive. That said, I would generally recommend looking for at least a 3% edge on main market bets, so money line, spread, and game totals, and a 4% edge or better on player props. You'll also notice a DVIG option up here in your filter row. If you're new to betting, I wouldn't overthink this. The default setting is perfectly fine, and that's what I use. DVIG just refers to the mathematical process that Selene uses to take out a sportsbook's built-in profit margin, which is called the VIG or the juice. Removing it lets us calculate what the sportsbook actually thinks the true probability of the bet is. Lastly, you'll also see a refresh button here. That allows you to ask Selene to recalculate for the latest odds. And then you'll also see a reset button here that basically resets all of your filters. All right, now let's break down what you're looking at on each individual bet recommendation. In the top left, you'll see all the details about the bet itself. So here we have Ryan Hartman over 0.5 player goals at the Minnesota Wild at Dallas Stars game. To the right of that, then, you're going to be finding more information like the odds, what league it is, so this is NHL, what sportsbook you can find this on, so Bet365, and then the exact edge percent, so around 7% edge here, and then the stake amount. The stake amount is essentially what dollar amount Selene is recommending that you put on that bet. And that recommended stake amount or recommended bet size is calculated using three things. It's calculated using your bankroll size, your edge percentage, and the probability of the bet actually hitting. The reason all three matter is that even a high edge bet doesn't necessarily mean that it should be a huge bet. So let's say instead of a 7% edge here, you actually had a 30% edge. 30% edge is huge, that's great. But if the bet has a low probability of hitting, like maybe it only hits 1 in 10 times, you don't want to overcommit to it. So how do I actually go through the feed and use it myself? So this is usually what it looks like. I scroll through the list and I look at everything that Selene is recommending. When something catches my eye, I'll look into it in more detail. So actually though, at the top, I actually find these bets pretty interesting. So let's look at Onyeka under 1.5 threes for the Hawks versus Knicks game tonight. Cool. So Selene is telling me that I have a 4.7, 4.8% edge on this bet, and it's recommending that I bet $638. Okay. This bet is found on Novig. Cool. Okay, so the next thing that I'll do then is I'll look at the compare odds tab. So clicking on this tab allows me to open up and see what other sports books are offering for this bet. So we'll see here that actually the rest of the market for under 1.5 is actually closer to about, I would say, 110 for the odds. And so that's kind of huge because Novig is giving me plus 131. The other thing that I'll usually check too is how much liquidity is being offered on a sharp sports book like Pinnacle. So if Pinnacle is offering a lot of liquidity, in this case they're offering $3,000 on the under, $4,000 on the over, that means they're super confident. If they're willing to take more money, that means they're really confident in their line. Usually anything above like $1,000 in liquidity, I'm pretty good to take. So $4,000, I'm pretty excited about it. Awesome. So now that I found my bet, let's go to Novig and let's take it. All right. So Atlanta versus Hawks game. Cool. Player made threes. And then I'm looking for Onyeka. Awesome. Under 1.5 plus 131. Okay. So Selene recommends that I put down $638 just based on my bankroll and then take into account how big the edge is and the probability of the bet hitting. So $638. Well, Novig only lets me get down $31 at plus 131, but even at, oh, that's gone. Wow, moves fast. But even at plus 130 for $188, remember the rest of the market was around 110. So for me, plus 130, $188, that's value. So I think this is still a really good bet. I'm going to take it. So $188 plus 130, place order. And we're good. Awesome. Nice. We got our bet in, our first bet from Selene. Cool. And yeah, as you can see, as you scroll through, there's a ton of bets here for you to take. And this is at any point in time. Don't worry though if you don't totally follow this video. If you're ever unsure, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in our Discord. You can message us on Instagram, X, you can email me directly. Our team is literally here to help you make money sports betting. So if you're ever unsure about a bet that Selene is recommending, you can literally send us a screenshot of it and we'll give you what our honest take on what we think. We also share a lot of good plays every single day to our Discord taken directly from Selene's value feed. So if all else fails, you can literally follow those plays and we take them as well. If you think I missed anything in this video, shoot us a message on one of our socials and we'll make sure to get it answered in the next video. Thanks so much, guys.